The Night 95.9, we're so blessed to have with us Ronnie Booth from the Booth Brothers. The Booth Brothers will be appearing this Friday night, January the 11th at 7 p.m. and again on Saturday, January 12th at 6 p.m. Ronnie is on the road, and Ronnie, blessings to you. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, it's great to speak to you, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the Booth Brothers. So I know you guys have been busy a lot, so what's been going on?
Well, we just kicked off the new year, 2019, in Shipshewana, Indiana. Had a ball over there, and excited to get back to Ohio. We do quite a few dates in Ohio over the course of a year, and it just seems to be people in Ohio seem to love gospel music, love coming there. We just took some time off in December to be with our families for the holidays, which was really nice. After we got the honeydew list completed, we were ready to get back on the road.
I'm sure you were. Well, let's talk about as you travel all over the country. And let me just ask you this. In the years you've been traveling and playing at concerts and everywhere, can you think of a story, that inspirational story that you touched someone's life through Jesus with God's worship music? No names, just mention maybe a couple or someone said something to the Booth Brothers?
Well, I tell you what, I'm thankful to say there are many. And, Jim, the biggest thing is we've had numerous people who have said, the Lord has used your music to bring me back to Him and increase my faith. Or how our music has, how a particular song has inspired somebody or encouraged someone as they were going through the valley, be it a valley of divorce or the loss of a loved one or a grandchild that's on drugs. Every time we sing to an audience, Jim, pretty much you can name the issue and it's represented there. The pain is represented there in the audience. The loss of a loved one, as I said, or a deep concern for a loved one or whatever, and it's amazing. See, the thing is, we understand we didn't create ourselves. We didn't create our voice. We didn't create the notes we sing. Everything that we sing is based on His Word. Really, it's all the Lord, and all we are ambassadors, and who He's put in our heart to simply, we love what we do, we love to sing, and we love people. So we go out and we say, Lord, use us according to your will. You know the hearts and minds of these people, and do the work you would have done every night. And, Jim, really, that's the essence of the Booth Brothers right there.
Well, it just makes me think of the song we played, His Grace is Sufficient for Me. Wow.
Oh, yeah, yes. Mosey Lister wrote that song several years ago. And you know what? That is actually one of our favorite songs that we sing because it's true. And I'm 53 years old, and I've lived life long enough to get kicked in the gut a few times. Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble, but truly His grace is sufficient, and He is faithful." And He has proven that time and time again.
Are you working on any projects right now? What's coming up?
We actually, back in June, filmed a brand new DVD for Bill Gaither. It was just the Booth Brothers and Bill Gaither. And it was actually a tip of the hat, believe it or not, to some of our classic country heroes who used to be in gospel music, the Statler brothers, of course, the Oak Ridge Boys, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers. And we incorporated some of their music that inspired us to do what we do today. And we recut the Blind Man song and Look for Me at Jesus' Feet, Dottie Rambo's classic, Remind Me, Dear Lord. See, those CDs are getting ready to come out. And Randy Travis's classic song, Three Wooden Crosses, we did that. The Oak Ridge Boys song, Thank God for Kids. I am going to be a grandpa for the 4th time in April, and that song really took on a new meaning for me when I started having grandchildren. So it's very family-oriented, very faith-oriented, and the solidness, if you will, of some of these songs, and we don't get to sing those songs very often. So to incorporate them with His grace is sufficient and all these things, the people have really begun to enjoy that.
Well, the music is very inspirational. You do such a marvelous job. You're blending in the harmony that you do, and you're on the road. I know you get a chance to get home, but sometimes when you're on the road, you sort of miss those grandkids and families.
Oh, my goodness. I was with our youngest grandbaby last night, Elsie Rose, and she's got a little sister coming in April. And, honestly, and the thing of it is, the most precious times in life don't cost a dime. They're free.
Absolutely.
Too.
Hey, before we go, how can we as a body pray for the Booth brothers and their families?
Jim, thank you so much for that question. I will ask this. Pray for wisdom. That we will be sensitive to the Spirit's leading, that we will obey the Spirit's voice, know the Spirit's voice, and use wisdom and in moving forward. And, the Lord sees life from the beginning of the parade to the end. And we're a small part of it, and we simply want to be obedient to whatever it is He's called us to do. So I would ask that the audience pray for wisdom for the Booth brothers.
Well, I really appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Jim, it was my privilege, and let's do it again sometime.
Thank you so much. Blessings to you.
You too, brother. God bless.
Ronnie Booth joining us this morning here on the Light 95.9. They'll be appearing this coming Friday, January the 11th at 7 p.m. and January 12th at 6 p.m. 2 performances. For more information, go to OhioStarTickets.com or call 855-344-7547. Thanks for joining us here on the Light 95.9.